The island of Sodor has several well-known branch lines, and all of them are very busy. There's the ever-iconic Farquhar branch, with its main industry serving the Anova stone quarry. There's the Little Western, which both serves as a connection to the Alsdale Railway, as well as acting as the main form of transport for the Marston Heights coal mine, a valuable industry to the island. However, in terms of capacity and scale, no branch compares to the Peel Godred branch. Services on this branch are so intense that Topham refers to it more as a second main line rather than a branch line. Serving the island's second largest city of Peel Godred, as well as the massive ironworks and iron ore mine at the end of the line, this branch sees heavy traffic that requires a lot of power to move. The branch opened in 1937 and rapidly expanded as demand skyrocketed. This is also why the line was eventually electrified in 1962 as part of the 1955 modernization plan. But today, we'll be focusing on the branch in its early years. In fact, we'll be trainspotting on it during 1943, at the height of World War II. There was a lot of pressure on the branch during the conflict, especially on the ironworks and mine. This is also why several changes and additional engines were brought on, but I'll explain that as we go along. We'll mostly be focusing on services passing through Abbey. There are 4 stations along the branch after Kildane, the junction station. These stations are Abbey, Lesdale, Kirkmashan, and Peel Godred itself. Abbey is the least used station, and thereby the one that has the least amount of trains stopping here. But with it serving more as a through station, we'll be able to see lots of action here. And in the distance there, we see one already. That is a passenger train hauled by Lewis. He is hauling one of the 3 passenger services that run on the branch. These 3 are the regular commuter trains stopping at all stations. Then there's the faster stopping train, the one that Lewis is pulling here, stopping at Peel Godred, Lesdale and Kildane. Finally, there's the Godred Special. This is a non-stop run between Peel Godred and Kildane. We'll be able to see all those in action. But before that, we'll just witness the bread and butter of the branch passing through. A train of treated steel, ready for export. This train is hauled by Hurricane, who serves as the main iron engine for the branch. Others help out too, but he's the one who handles it the most. This service is invulnerable to the branch, as it helps serve the British Army. We're a little later now, and here we see a commuter train, which is to halt at Abbey. It is hauled by Darcy. Darcy came to the island as aid during the war. The Peel Godred especially needed extra help. This help came from 3 extra engines, with Darcy being one of them. Lewis was another one. A nice and safe departure. Darcy has proven herself as a great passenger engine, who's very popular. Also popular with passengers is the engine approaching right now, or rather, the engines approaching right now. This multiple unit is made up of Marble and Mabel, 2 single-cab Great Western rail cars. Yeah, this is a fan of Hero in the editing stage. I know that Marble and Mabel do not have faces at the moment. I've not been able to figure out how to apply faces to these models yet, but so if you can just imagine that they have faces, we'll just continue. Okay, cool, thanks. They serve a very important purpose, as they're responsible for the non-stop run between Peel Godred and Kildane. Mabel and Marble arrived in 1940 with the intention of substituting Felix and Merck on these runs. Felix and Merck ran these trains before the war, but after traffic picked up, their power was needed on the freight trains. Speak of one of the doubles, here we see Felix pulling a long heavy goods train. We're a bit later in the day now, and here we see the branch's poster boy. The Farquhar's poster boy is Thomas, the Little Westerns is Stuck, and the Peel Godred's is Arthur. Arthur was the first engine to arrive for the branch, and has served it well for these past years. He's currently in charge of the commuter trains along with Darcy. We see him pulling one right now. Arthur is an LMS Stania 3MT, not necessarily the most successful locomotive of the LMS, but he's proven as a worthy locomotive for the branch. Here, running a fast goods train is Robert. He usually also handles the faster stopping trains with Lewis, but there's always room for some goods trains too. Notice the abundance of Metropolitan locomotives on this branch. For the branch, Topham wanted big, powerful tank engines, and the Metropolitan possessed several already. As for Darcy, given that she was wartime help, she was more just what the mainland railways could provide. It's due to the abundance of Metropolitan locomotives that the line is often referred to as the Metropolitan line. More goods trains, or rather empty stock working. Here we just see Hurricane return with empty wagons that are headed back to the ironworks. There's always room for more wagons there, so it's a constant feed for the engines. But they can handle it, especially Hurricane. Here we see Sheffield. Sheffield was wartime necessity, and he recently came to the island. He mostly handles the branch's light goods trains, including the ones that stop at Abbey. Notice here that he's pulling into the passing loop. This is partly because he has to drop off some wagons at Abbey, but it's mostly so he can let Marble and Mabel pass. Running at 75 miles an hour, which is the branch's top speed, Marble and Mabel need a clear road for optimal performance. With them passed, Sheffield can now shunt the needed wagons into the good stock. After that, he'll be on his way again. Right, I think that's enough talking, so I'll leave for the remainder of this video so you can enjoy the trains in action.